Okay, let's dive right into this crucial roadmap for renewing your Missouri real estate license without the stress, keeping your career safely on track. Imagine waking up, closing a massive career-defining deal, and then discovering that your commission is entirely void. Why? Because you missed a simple administrative deadline. Today, we're making sure that nightmare never happens to you. Whether you're a seasoned broker or a complete beginner facing your very first renewal, by the end of this explainer, you're going to have all the necessary knowledge and tools to confidently renew your Missouri real estate license.
So to really understand why this process is absolutely vital, we first got to look at the severe risks of missing your deadline. What actually happens if you practice with an expired license for literally just 24 hours? Well, the short answer is nothing good. The Missouri Real Estate Commission, or MREC, actively polices compliance. If your license expires, you are legally prohibited from performing any act for which a license is required. Boom! Your livelihood is instantly put on pause.
The harsh reality here is that even a completely accidental, unintentional gap in licensure can trigger an MREC investigation and literally strip away your hard-earned commissions. Just look at real-life scenarios like the cases of MREC versus Matthews or MREC versus Follert. In the Matthews case, a broker faced serious disciplinary action for an unintentional gap. And in the Follert case, a licensee who renewed late and worked during an 11-month expiration gap faced a formal investigation and a full audit of all commissions collected during that unlicensed period. You definitely do not want to be a case study.
We've got a lot of vital ground to cover in today's explainer. Our agenda? The stakes and deadlines, continuing education requirements, the step-by-step renewal process, costs and late penalties, handling special circumstances, and finally, a final renewal checklist. Let's get to it.
Okay, Section 1, the stakes and deadlines. Let's look at the exact timeline you are legally bound to follow every even-numbered year. Missouri operates on a strict biennial cycle, and this staggered timeline is super important. Your specific deadline depends entirely on whether you hold a broker or a salesperson license. Brokers and entities, you're up first. Your portal opens in April, and you must renew by June 30th of even-numbered years. Salespersons, your portal opens in July with a midnight deadline on September 30th of those same even-numbered years. Why the stagger? Well, it distributes the administrative load, and crucially, a salesperson cannot legally renew until their associated designated broker has fully renewed first. Makes sense, right?
All right, moving right along to Section 2, continuing education requirements. Before you can even touch that digital renewal portal, you got to arm yourself with the right education credits. So, the magic number you absolutely need to remember is 12. 12 total hours of MREC-approved continuing education must be completed prior to your renewal, no exceptions, unless you meet very specific, incredibly rare waiver criteria like active military duty or extreme illness. You've got to hit this total. For the vast majority of us, 12 hours is the goal. For the 2024 to 2026 cycle, here's how that splits up. You absolutely must secure at least 3 core hours in fair housing, leaving the remaining 9 hours for approved electives of your choice. You can always take more core classes to fill those 9 hours, but you simply cannot skip the mandatory fair housing block. There are plenty of MRC-approved online schools out there, places like Keep Me Certified or MLS Campus, where you can honestly just knock these out self-paced right from your couch.
Now, here is a massive pro tip. Always finish your courses well ahead of your deadline because schools can take up to 10 days to report your credits to the state database. State servers do not run on espresso like we do. This is such a common pitfall. Please do not finish your CE at 10 p.m. on deadline day and expect the system to let you renew. And when it comes to gathering documents, meticulously save and organize your digital PDF certificates of completion the exact second you finish a course. If the system glitches out, those certificates are your only shield. Let's jump into Section 3, Step-by-Step Renewal Process. Let's see how your education builds into the actual digital submission on the state's MPROP portal. Missouri has transitioned to a fully digital system, which is incredibly efficient once you know the ropes. It really just boils down to 4 straightforward steps. You'll log in, answer some mandatory professional conduct questions, verify the CE hours the state has on file for you, pay your fee, and then grab your shiny new license document. If you're a total beginner to the MoPro system, don't worry, it's super straightforward. You'll just enter your credentials or register for the very first time. You can actually use the PIN provided on your official postcard renewal notice to easily claim your account. Once you're inside, you'll simply navigate to My Licenses and hit the Renew License link to start the wizard. Easy enough? Now, we really need to talk about a major potential trap here. Listen closely during Step 2.
because clicking yes to having your CE completed is a legally binding self-attestation. Falsifying it can lead to immediate license suspension during an MREC audit. Sometimes, the portal might let you proceed by self-attesting even if your school hasn't reported the hours yet. Do not click yes if you haven't actually finished the classes. That is legally considered falsifying a document, and MREC will penalize you heavily. Just don't risk it.
Next up, Section 4, Costs and Late Penalties. Budgeting for this is just a necessary part of your real estate business, so let's discuss the toll road. All right, let's talk numbers. The base fees are actually pretty reasonable. Brokers pay a base of $50 and salespersons pay $65. You can pay seamlessly online with a credit or debit card, subject to a tiny convenience fee. But check out that late penalty. If you fail to renew on time, you are immediately slapped with a non-prorated $50 monthly penalty. If you are even 1 day late into the next month, you are charged the full $50 late fee. It maxes out at $200, plus the base fee, plus the cost of any emergency classes you might have to take.
Okay, Section 5, Handling Special Circumstances. Let's troubleshoot what happens if life throws you a curveball and you fall off the standard track.
So, what if you missed the deadline? Well, Missouri offers absolutely zero grace period. Miss that midnight deadline, and you will be sitting through a 24-hour practice course to save your career. If your license expires for less than 2 years, you can reinstate it, but you'll be paying those maximum late fees and giving up 24 hours of your life to that mandatory practice course. If you let it sit expired for more than 2 years, your license is voided entirely and you literally have to start over as a brand new applicant.
What if you smartly parked your license on inactive status to avoid CE? Think you're off the hook? Not quite. You still must complete that same 24-hour practice course before MREC will let you back onto the active playing field. Inactive status is fantastic if you're taking a break from the industry, but reactivating is not instant. You've got to submit the proper application, the fee, and that 24-hour course certificate.
Finally, we've arrived at Section 6, Final Renewal Checklist. Let's bulletproof your submission with an ironclad review.
I highly recommend taking a quick screenshot right now to guarantee a flawlessly smooth renewal experience. Salespersons, check on your broker. Everyone, get those 12 hours done early. Keep those certificates handy. Be brutally honest on the background questions. Pay the fee. And most importantly, don't just assume it worked. Go into the public MREC licensee search, verify your expiration date is updated to the next even year, and download that PDF.
Start this process well ahead of your deadline. Please note, as a professional disclaimer, you should always verify this information through official Missouri Real Estate Commission resources or consult legal counsel to confirm all details are current and applicable to your specific situation. But ask yourself right now, is your livelihood quietly ticking toward expiration while you watch this? Don't wait for an audit to find out. Log into MO Pro, take control, and secure your career today.